Jessie B Scrapbooking back with another process video, and today is a very special one. We're doing a hop for Danni Vee. She hit 4K subscribers, which is just amazing. And so we all got together and decided to do a celebrating hop for her. And we can either do a scrap lift of her or like pick 4 of her favorite things that she uses. So I'm kind of doing both. I'm going to do this scrap lift. I just absolutely love it. But I'm also going to change it up a bit. And I did bring in some papers here, kind of all in the same color tones that she has. I did fussy cut all of these flowers and even these little itty bitty ones. But I'm going to use 2 photos. And I'm going to use these 2 photos here of when I got my first envelope. So let's see what we can do. Okay, so one of the things that she says she loves to do, and so I picked for my 4 things, is use a pattern paper background. So I am going to use this ledger paper here, and I'm cutting it down to an 8.5 by 11, so it fits into my hunting album. But this paper is really thin, and I think it's going to be okay, but yeah, it I end up putting a cardstock on behind it just to stiffen it up. But this paper here is a scrap I've had for a while. I've used it on several different layouts. And I don't know why I'm saving those flowers, but I am. I just can't seem to cut into them. I'm trying to decide which yellow I liked best, which one matched the inside of the flowers the best, and the bright side does. So I'm going to put that here at the very top, and then add a little piece of the striped pink paper, because the other thing she had on her pick 4 that I picked was pink. She loves to use pink in her layouts, so I'm going to use pink pattern background, splatters, a cut file, which mine isn't technically a cut file. I mean, it is, but they're individual cuts. You'll see. I'll show you when they come. And yeah, I think that's it. And then I decided to cut my pictures down. So one is 3 by 3 and the other one is 3 by not quite 4. And that just keeps the scale a little bit better. They were a little too big where they were. Oh, sorry for my sniffles. I'll try not to do that. I wanted to just put a little white border around the outside of the pictures. I'm using this piece of scrap paper here. It has a little bit of mixed media on it that I was practicing on before, and but I'm going to use it because you just barely get a tiny bit of it and you don't even notice it, and so I don't want to waste the paper. So I am trying to figure out how I want my layout to work here. And I'm going to put the pictures together so they are 1 picture instead of 2. And I'm going to put another piece of paper behind it, this pink here, bringing it down from the top. And so I just want it to poke out on 2 sides. Sorry about that. I got a phone call right in the middle. Okay, so I'm just going to have this pink poking out on the bottom and one side. You won't see the other sides of the paper, so that works. And I don't want it to be perfectly square. A little the picture sit on a little bit cockeyed, which is perfect. And then I'm going to add this bigger border all the way around it of the blue. And here I am adhering down the top pieces, the ripped stripes. And I love working on a background that has lines for you, because you really can get things nice and straight. And that's exactly what I did here. Just lined them up on those lines and voila. All right, here's the cut file. So it's a cut file that cuts out these little leaves. And so I went ahead and cut it all out. This is, I think, the second time I've cut this cut file in the same color. So it works good. I really like it. And this is where I am going to start doing that cascade of flowers down this page, starting from this top right corner, and then it's going to flow down over the pictures. I'm using two different thicknesses of foam. This gray foam is really dimensional, so I'm putting couple flowers popped up on that, and then this white foam is not quite as dimensional, and then I'm going to hear some flat. So I have three different layers, three different heights of flowers, and I sped this up pretty fast because it did take me quite a while, but I wanted to leave it all in, and it was a lot of fun to do. So I think I might do something similar to this again. Maybe not with flowers next time, but I was thinking as I was doing it, it'd be fun to do with bubbles or even triangles or something like that. So, but, sorry, I don't know what I was going to say. So this did, like I said, this did take a while, and then I'm just taking the leaves and just tucking them in different spots, because I noticed if I just left all the flowers, they start looking like one big blob of pink, and I didn't want that. So I'm making sure that I put the green. I ran out of the little foam, so I had to grab some more. I'm making sure I grab the green leaves and sticking them and kind of defining the different flowers as they're falling. And this, I fussy cut a whole page of these flowers, and even the ones on the edge that are cut off, and those I'm just going to stick underneath the picture, and that way I'm not wasting a whole flower and you won't see it. So that center there started looking kind of blobbish to me. Everything started like running into one big flower. So I stuck a piece of green right in there, a green leaf in there, and that just helps break it up so you can tell that they're individual flowers. Yeah. So here's where I'm putting some of those edge pieces. So this video is a part of a hop. So make sure you go and check everybody out that is participating. I have all the links down in the comments, or not, in the description box below. And there's a lot of people playing along, and it's going to be fun just to see what everyone comes up with. And make sure you go over to Danni's YouTube page and give her some love, and she's amazing. And so just go see some of her videos and subscribe to her, because she's definitely worth it. Yeah. So here I'm adding in those little itty bitty pieces that they're like what do you call them, buds of the flowers. that were on the paper too. And I fussy cut just a few of them out, not all of them. And I saved the rest of them so I can do it later. And then these little yellow flowers that were also on that same paper. And yeah, I'm just sticking them out so they look like they're cascading or falling with the rest of the flowers. She had that in her layout too, with little buds off to the side, and I really liked the way that looked. So I did the same thing. And then I didn't want a full leaf on some of these spots, so I'm taking them and cutting them up and placing them down. I'm gonna skip the gluing there because I just put them exactly where I had them. And here's where I bring in my dollar store butterflies. I love these little butterflies. She had butterflies on her layout, so I wanted to make sure I brought butterflies in on mine. This is where I decided that that paper is going to be too thin because with all that weight. So I'm just putting it on this piece of green cardstock. Much better. I don't have ink, but I do to make ink splatters. So I'm just using watercolors for my splatters. And I'm going to do it in the blue because I have that blue photo mat and nothing else is blue on the page. And so I wanted to tie that blue in at least, a couple more spots. So I'm going to use the blue paint splatters, which I end up really liking. And then so they dry a very light color blue. And then I'm coming in with my puffy paint here and doing the dark blue dots all the way around. And they dry a really dark blue, so it gives me the 3 different spots of blue all over across the layout. Well, this is where I'm going to call it done, and I end up absolutely loving this layout. And congratulations, Danny, for hitting 4K. That's amazing. Here are the close-ups. Thank you so much for watching. If you like my video, please give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more, please subscribe. Bye.